got a story to tell, I got a story to tell, I got a story to tell, and it goes a little like this. Once upon a time, there was a man-child that was born, and he was baked underneath the African sun, glistening and soaked up the energy of the sun. And from a small land on the west side of Africa, they call it Liberia, the land of so-called liberty. And yes, indeed, it was on this day, this 1980, the 24th day of the 6th month, and this man-child was born. And that man-child, he grew up, and he grew up and came, made a pilgrimage to a distant land. In the year 1989, he made a pilgrimage, that is, to the land of the so-called free, and the home of the so-called brave. Well, yes, and he got here indeed at the young, tender age of 9 years of his minute existence into the system of the world. And when he came, the things he saw, oh, this young child, the things he saw brought pain, misery, despair upon his face, and he couldn't understand why such pain and agony was forced to be endured in such an existence. So over the years, the child, he managed to swallow all of the pain that he couldn't bear for such long. He learned to swallow and manage it, and learned to suppress all of his madness and all of his emotions, and he studied a way out. She studied a way out. Every book he could get his hand on, everybody that he could learn from, and everything and every experience that could teach him the way to find truth in a system that was leading a blind society. It was just following and following and following and following it without knowing that it was following it, without even realizing that it was blind. He saw men that was free who were not. Men that thought they was free and was not. Men that was bounded by physical chains and had the physical chain removed from their physical body, but yet their minds were still entrapped, encased, and enslaved. Stay so. That was a problem. And this young lad, as he grew and matured into a young, strong man that was baked underneath the African sun, he realized and said to himself, I shall make some change upon this world. I shall leave an imprint upon this earth. So he decided that the way he was going to go about this was to address the populace and the nation and the world through the form of melody and sound and the power of the spoken word, and only the power of the spoken word. And this man-child, he shall use this power of the spoken word to move mountains, to move objects in front of him, because the sound of the spoken word was such as if it was like thunder. And when he spoke, things crumbled, generals humbled himself, because by the sound and the vibe of his voice, it brought such a peace and a calm to the nations of the world that they could do nothing less. They could do nothing less but to succumb and bow down and realize, respect, voice, power of the spoken word. Jauz Everliving King is here to stay.
For a long time, I've been feeling like I'm living in a movie. Solid as a rock, nothing can move me. Even when the system changed, try to hold me. what a lie if you heard that they broke me. While they wait, they assume I was sleeping. Yes, it's gonna be